guys, I hope you all are doing great tonight. This is Annie, and tonight I will be giving you another Christmas/winter manicure. I have a few of these coming your way, so I do hope you enjoy them. So this one tonight we're going to do snowflakes and a little jingle bell. So let's get started. And here are the items I will be using in tonight's manicure. I'll go through them very briefly with you, but they will also be listed in the description box in details. For my tools, I have my roller tape brush, my cotton on my cotton claw, a wax pencil to pick up my jewels with, a cleanup brush, some pure acetone, my stamping polishes as well as my base colors, jewels. I have my stamping plates, my scraper and my stamper, as well as my top coat. So now that we have everything here, let's begin. Alright guys, so I have already gone ahead and got a little head start on this because I didn't want to have you all sit through me stamping every and each nail. But the way I prepped them with my base coat tonight is I did 3 different shades of colors, as you could see. So for my pinky and my index finger, I have white. For the middle finger and the thumb, I have a darker shade of blue, which is just 2 coats instead of 1. And for the ring fingernail, I did in 1 coat of blue. These are the colors that I use. For my white, I use Pop-arazzi, and this was icing on the cake. Of course, you could use whichever white you have. And for the blue base coat, I actually used my Kleancolor nail lacquer, and that was 141 pastel blue. So again, I only did 1 coat of it here, and this is over white because I wanted a very light coat to do that accent nail with, which we are going to do right away. And for that, I am actually using my China Glaze color, and it's called Liquid Crystal number 1025, and it's a sparkle polish. So I'm going to coat this up really well and let it dry so we can stamp on it later on. So let's do that first. And I'm pretty much going to just apply about 2 coats of this. This is a really good glitter polish. It really picks up a whole bunch of glitter, as you could see here. So I'm putting 2 very generous coats of it. I may not even need 2. I might just need 1 at this point. And I used the light blue to bring it out some more. And as you could see, that really picks up on the color of the light blue as well. I am going to do 2 coats, guys. So here we go. This is the second one. And just filling it up nice, making sure everything is covered, that you can barely see that bottom blue. And we'll let that dry properly before we start stamping on it. So we'll go ahead and move on to the stamping. And basically it's repetitive to the pinky nail and the thumb, so I'll go with those 2. And the colors we're actually using for the stamping tonight is my Born Pretty white, and I'm going to use my Bondle Monster blue, which is from the Weekend Warrior collection, and this is number B157. So that's what we're stamping with. And also I have 3 stamping plates of different sorts because I'm pulling the images out for the snowflakes of these plates here. And I'll list these, like I said, everything will be listed in details at the bottom, so you'd have that. I am going to use my transparent stamper to line them up very well. And I have my favorite scraper. So let's begin. So for this one here, we did it in the blue, so we'll do that. And the images I took off was from my Bondle Monster plate as well as my Born Pretty plate. So we'll start with these 2 first. I'll do the smaller image first. Make sure I get a nice clean scrape. I'm not pressing very hard to scrape it because I do want to get that polish there. And there it is. It's a little bit hard to see because the colors are so light, but I will definitely take pictures and show you I'm lining it up, and then I'll show you on the camera. Let me line it up first, guys, like I do. And there it is. So you see that pretty blue on the white there, and that's the smaller image. And that's done, so let's move on to the other plate, the bigger image. And I'm only doing a partial image, as you could see here, of the big one. So we'll do that. And I'm going a little heavy-handed on the polish tonight because I do want to get these images, especially because they're so light. There it is. And again, let me line it up and then I'll show it to you. And there it is. So I'm just going to roll it on. And that one is done. Quick and easy. And next we'll move on to this nail here, which is the middle finger. And for that one, I have used this little plate here, as well as this one again. And I do believe we've used this image here, so just these two. And these we're going to do in white. So let me just clean these stamping plates here. And let me just go back here. There's a lot of oils on this, so let me just clean that out really quickly to get rid of that. Let me wipe it down as well, because I'm taking off the excess nail polish remover from it. So sometimes you'll see me doing that. That's what I'm doing when I flip them over. And we will do the first one, which is the bottom image, which is this one. So let's do that. And there it is. So I'm taking partial image from it, like this, as you could see. And we'll put that one right here. Again, let me line it up and then I'll show it to you. And there it is. I know you can't see much of it because of the colors, but I'll show you the pictures at the end like I usually do. But that's the first one. And then the second one was this little guy right here. That one's going to the tip, so let's get that in there. These are fun plates. They have so much different images of snowflakes. I love Christmas. There it is. That one was nice and clean. And this one I'll line up on the tip to the side here. There it is. And last but not least, we have the other little one, which I will be putting in this little space here. Let's just stick that in really quickly. And that's this tiny little guy right here. And you know, you can fit as much as you'd like. You don't have to put as many as I'm doing, or you can put more depending on how nice and long your nail is. There's the image. Let me line it up again first, and then I'll put it for you to see. I'm gonna put it to my inside of the nail instead of the outside. So there it is. Alright, so that's it for these two nails. We still have to do this one. And for that image, we're actually going to use this little guy here, Holly Jolly Little Bell. So let's do that right away. There it is. Cute little bell, Holly Jolly. And I'm going to put that dead in the middle. This is why I like this transparent stamper, because you could really, really line things up great with it. Let me line it up again. I'm doing it off camera and then I'll show you. And there it is. There it is, Holly Jolly. So we're done with the stamping. So let me clean these stamping plates up and we'll be right back for Alright guys, so here we are done with the stamping and it's time to clean up, but I just want to show you a little trick. Sometimes if you stamp with the stamping polishes, you don't even have to use acetone to clean up around your nails. I usually like to try this first, and if then I need to, then you can just go in and clean up with the acetone. But for now, I'm just going to take a regular piece of Scotch tape and try and pick up around the fingernails. So it works for some nail polishes, not all. And I do know for a fact that I don't have problems with it with the Born Pretty polishes. So this was the Born Pretty one here, and as you can see, I have those little marks on my fingers and they come right out like that. So I may not even have to use that acetone on my nails tonight again, which I always like, because like I always complain to you guys as you see my videos, that the acetone really does dry out your cuticles a lot and they do a lot of damages. So I try to find different ways I can clean up, and I have actually seen this done in some videos. Unfortunately, I didn't get the names, but I do see some people doing this, and that's where I got the idea from. So if you don't know about this, go ahead and try it. But there we go. We don't even need to use the acetone on the brush tonight on this. So now we can move on to the next thing, which is to decorate those little things with the rhinestones. And of course, I have my favorite little tool, which is the wax pencil for jewels. And I have this little case of rhinestones that I picked up, and we'll be using blue and the clear ones as well. So how I usually do it is I apply a base coat, a nice thick layer, and then we get the rhinestones stuck to that, and then I go back and I apply another coat of the top coat, because I don't want to let those jewels fall out, so I really lock them in by applying 2 or 3 coats over the jewels. Now, as far as applying your first set of top coat, as I always tell you guys, when you do apply a top coat over your stamping image, be very careful. Do not swipe the same spot twice. Always have a nice full loaded brush and go gentle on the brush. Do not press down. You will drag that image and ruin it. And all the hard work that you did is going to go down the drain. So let's do the first one, which is this one here. And we're going to go put blue rhinestones on this. And as you can see, I have a nice loaded brush. A little bit too loaded there for a minute. It's dripping. But it's nice and loaded. And I'm gently going over the image. And always, always remember to cap your nails. That will prevent chipping and wear and tear from the tips going upwards. So for this one, I'm going to use my 2 little rhinestones here. And I'm just going to put that dead in the middle of the snowflakes. So that's the first one. And here's the second. And we'll let that dry for just a little bit. We'll come back and top coat it. And when I'm placing my rhinestones, I like to press down, make sure they're kind of embedded in that top coat. That helps to just keep it in and lock it in, and you know, it just falling out somewhere. So do that, tap it down, press down just a little. It's going to get a tiny little ring around it, but you're not going to see it once you apply that second layer of top coat. And next, for this one, being that I have a big image on top here, and then the smaller images, I'm going to use the different sizes of rhinestone as well for that. So for the bigger image, I have a bigger rhinestone. There it is. And then for the 2 little images, I have smaller ones. So again, let's do that. Put my top coat there. And be very generous on that. And then let me stick the rhinestones in. Again, I'm just putting them in the middle and pressing down. Put the big one right here for the big image. And then the little one right in there. And as you can see, it's moving about. Just tap it in gently. We'll leave that, let it set, and we'll come back to it again. And last but not least, in my little holly jolly bell, I did put 1 tiny little clear rhinestone again, right in the middle. Okay, there we go. And right in the middle of the top. Place that one there. And that's that. And now I am going back, including these 2. I'm going to go back now and apply top coat to everything again. So this is my second layer of top coat on this. And with this one, if you can see, I'm going to go around the jewel and even above it. These rhinestones do not lose its shine. There are some out there, if you paint over it with clear coat, the top coat I mean, it is going to lose its shine, but I've never had problems with these losing its shine. So I really like these a lot. As you can see, I'm doing it and it's not losing that shine on it. And by me going over it and around it really well, that's going to help to lock in those jewels. And like I do mention to you guys, when I do this, I can have jewels stay on my nails for quite some time. So this really does help to go around and above and, you know, just do that. And you don't have to be too careful the second time around because the first layer of top coat already covered that image. So that's already protected. It's not going to smear at this point unless it was still very wet. So there you go. And even though I did this one before, I am going to lock that in. So take a look at some pictures and we'll be right back. And here it is, the finished manicure, the second winter / Christmas manicure for you guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this video tonight. And if you have any questions, always feel free to write to me. I will answer them as best as I can and as fast as I can. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And please subscribe to my channel for my latest videos. And have yourself a good night. Bye now.